King County Proposition Number 1, Conservation Futures Levy. King County's Conservation Futures Program was initiated in 1982 to protect valuable open space lands in the county. If approved, Proposition Number 1 would provide additional funding for acquisition and preservation of urban green spaces, natural areas, wildlife and salmon habitat, trails, river corridors, farm and agricultural lands, and forests within King County. The Conservation Futures Advisory Committee would continue to advise the county executive and county council on acquisition and funding recommendations. If approved, the proposition would authorize restoration of the county's Conservation Futures property tax levy from a current rate of approximately 3.12 cents to a rate of 6.25 cents per $1,000 of assessed valuation in 2023. The dollar amount of the levy in 2023 would be used to calculate the maximum allowable levies in future years. Qualifying seniors, veterans, and persons with disabilities would be exempt from this levy.
The lands and waterways that define our region protect air and water quality and contribute to a resilient future as we experience climate change. Proposition 1 restores voter-approved funding to protect these last best places throughout King County. To date, the Conservation Futures Program has safeguarded over 100,000 acres of land, including Cougar Mountain, Duwamish Waterway Park, and the East Trail, through recommendations made by an independent advisory committee. With your vote, we can accelerate forest habitat and farmland preservation while supporting communities and regions most at risk from climate change, most in need of cooling, and improving access for historically marginalized communities. That's in addition to the health benefits open spaces offer: stress reduction, recreational opportunities, improved quality of life. Let's ensure this legacy for future generations. Restoring this important fund will cost the average homeowner less than $2 per month, with relief available to qualified low-income seniors and other households. Please join the Nature Conservancy, Mountains to Sound Greenway, Forterra, Trust for Public Land, the Wilderness Society, Vashon Maury Land Trust, Seattle Parks Foundation, REI, and elected and community leaders across our county in support of Proposition 1. Thank you.
King County and other governments already control or own 61% of the land in King County. That's right, government already owns or controls almost 2/3 of the land, yet they want even more. The county already has a Conservation Futures Fund that collected almost $62 million over the last 3 years. Never satisfied, they now want you to pay even more and take on more maintenance costs. Existing land use laws already severely limit rural growth. Not long ago, King County announced they didn't have resources to empty trash in the parks, yet they want even more land they admit they cannot maintain. Here's an example of what King County does with conservation land. In 2013, they purchased property in Falls City for $4.5 million with the intent of leasing it out to economically and environmentally sustainable agriculture. 2 years later, in 2015, King County sold the property for $720,000. Taxpayers lost an astounding $4 million, or 84% in 2 years. What a disgrace! More open space also means fewer acres will be taxed, resulting in higher property tax for existing property owners. Less private property also results in less housing. There needs to be a balance of land uses. Open space is important, but enough is enough. At 61% and growing, King County passed balance a long time ago. King County already controls way too much land, has proven it cannot manage what it already owns, and resold land it purchased 2 years prior at an 84% loss. Stop the land grab now. Instead, let's work for balance and open space for housing as the Growth Management Act directs.